Imagine betting your entire company on something no one believes in. Not your investors, not the market, not even your own team. And for years, it looks like you were wrong. The stock crashes, the money disappears, and your company is on the edge of collapse. But then, everything changes, and that same crazy bet turns your company into a $2 trillion empire. This is the story of Jensen Huang and the gamble that almost destroyed NVIDIA. Before NVIDIA became the backbone of artificial intelligence, it was just another tech company trying to survive. Founded in 1993, NVIDIA focused on one thing: building graphics cards for gaming. And for a while, it worked. Gamers loved their GPUs. The company grew. And Jensen Huang built a reputation as a bold and visionary leader. But deep down, he saw something no one else did. He believed GPUs were not just for graphics. He believed they could power the future, artificial intelligence. At the time, that idea sounded almost ridiculous. AI wasn't popular, it wasn't profitable, and it definitely wasn't something companies were investing billions into. But Jensen didn't care. In the mid-2000s, he made a decision that shocked everyone. He invested heavily into a platform called CUDA, Compute Unified Device Architecture. This allowed developers to use GPUs not just for gaming, but for general computing. Scientists, engineers, researchers, and eventually, AI developers. But there was a big problem. No one was asking for it. No one understood it. And it wasn't making any money. Investors were confused. They questioned why NVIDIA was spending so much on something that had no clear return. Even inside the company, there were doubts. For years, CUDA looked like a failure. Money kept going out, but nothing came back in. And then things got worse. The market slowed down, competition increased, growth started to stall. NVIDIA's big bet on AI? Still not paying off. Imagine pouring billions of dollars into something and watching it go nowhere. This wasn't just risky, it was dangerous. There were moments when NVIDIA could have walked away. They could have cut their losses and gone back to focusing only on gaming. Played it safe. But Jensen Huang refused. Instead of backing down, he doubled down. He believed something most people couldn't see. He believed that AI would change everything, at a time when AI barely worked, when data was limited, and computing power wasn't ready. He saw the future. He believed GPUs would become the engine behind artificial intelligence, not CPUs, not traditional systems, but GPUs. So while the rest of the world ignored AI, NVIDIA kept building. Quietly, patiently, consistently, year after year. Then came the turning point. Around 2012, researchers started using GPUs to train neural networks. And suddenly, everything changed. Tasks that once took weeks could now be done in days, then hours, then minutes. Breakthroughs started happening faster and faster. And guess whose technology made it possible? NVIDIA. That useless investment in CUDA became the foundation of modern AI. Everything Jensen believed in was finally becoming real. And then came the explosion. AI started taking over industries. From healthcare to finance, from self-driving cars to social media, from content creation to cybersecurity. AI was everywhere, and behind almost every major breakthrough was NVIDIA. Companies like OpenAI, Google, and Microsoft all relied on NVIDIA GPUs to power their systems. Demand skyrocketed, and NVIDIA was ready. Because while everyone else was sleeping on AI, they had spent years building the infrastructure. They weren't catching up. They were already ahead. Then came the moment that shocked the world. NVIDIA's valuation crossed $2 trillion. From a company that almost lost everything to one of the most valuable companies on the planet. All because of one decision, one belief, one crazy bet. There are powerful lessons in this story. First, vision beats timing. Even if you are early, you can still be right. Second, innovation always looks stupid before it looks genius. People doubted CUDA. They laughed at it. They questioned it. Until it changed everything. And third, the biggest rewards come from the biggest risks. If NVIDIA had played it safe, it would have stayed average. Instead, it became extraordinary. Jensen Huang didn't just build a company. He built the future, and the craziest part, we are still at the beginning of the AI revolution. So the real question is, what are you working on today that people don't understand? What are you building that looks crazy right now, but could change everything later? Because sometimes, the biggest opportunities look like the biggest risks.